Hi, I'm Jen from Acadian Accounting Education, and today we are going to practice setting up sub-customers part 1 and 2. So if you would like to grab a copy of the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description, and let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and set up the sub-customer. Now, this exercise is coming from our Level 2 ProAdvisor certification course, which if you would like more information about that course after we go through the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description. Let's dive in and read through today's scenario. This exercise has 4 parts total, parts 1 and 2 in lesson 1 and parts 3 and 4 in lesson 2, with a scenario for each shown as you go through the exercise. Be sure to do all 4 parts of this exercise in the same sample company session. Now, as I mentioned, you need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you are not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link in the description. I have it here on the left side of my screen. Once you sign in, this is what it is going to look like. So let's get started with part 1. And as I mentioned before, be sure to do all parts of this exercise in the same sample company session. This video is going to cover parts 1 and 2, and then there is another exercise and video that'll cover parts 3 and 4. All right, so for part 1, one of Craig's customers, Freeman Sporting Goods, has just acquired a new location. They will be renting the empty lot next to the local high school and will be setting up temporary tents whenever there is a home game. They have contracted with Craig to make sure the shrubbery is cleaned up and the grass is mowed so that they can easily move the tent and set up when necessary. They have decided that their Ocean View Road location will manage this and pay any bills incurred for the new lot. But Craig wants to track his income and expenses for this separately. So, how would we set this up for him? First, we will create a new high school lot customer that is the sub customer of Freeman's Ocean View Road location. So, from the left navigation bar, we are going to hover over sales and then select customers. So, the left navigation bar is right here. Hover over sales, and then customers is in that drop down menu. We need to create a new customer. So, just click on the green new customer, not the down arrow, but just new customer. And when you do, you will get this profile appearing for you. Let's go ahead and fill it out. In the customer display name field, we want to type high school lot. So go ahead and do that. And then we want to click on the checkbox next to is a sub customer. So if I scroll down just a tiny bit here in the same section, there is this is a sub customer. Click on that checkbox there. And once you do, you will get this parent customer field appearing for you. Now remember, this is going to be Freeman's Ocean View Road location is going to be managing paying bills. And so that is going to be the parent customer. So we want to click on the down arrow here in this field right here, and we want to scroll down just a little bit, and we want to select the Ocean View Road location. It is a sub customer of Freeman Sporting Goods. This high school lot is going to be a sub customer of Ocean View Road. So go ahead and click on that. And you'll know that when the parent customer was selected, the contact information automatically appeared up here at the top. The checkbox next to Bill Parent Customer should already be selected, but let's just make sure that it remains checked. And that is showing right here. So it should automatically check, it should automatically fill in all of this information. So we're not going to do anything else here. All we need to click on is the green Save button. So go ahead and do that. And now you can see the high school lot has been created. This is their customer profile. So we have completed part 1, and now we are going to move on to part 2. Craig bought $100 worth of fertilizer from Tanya's nursery that will be dedicated to the high school lot. Then he went over and did the initial clearing of the lot, which he charged $350 for. So how would we record these two transactions? Now, in a real life scenario, you would need to make sure that customers can be specified on expense forms. This is done in the accountant settings on the expense tab under track expenses and items by customer. In the sample company, this feature is already turned on. So just know that when you're doing something like this in client books, you would need to make sure that this setting is turned on. And accountant settings is just this gear icon and then accountant settings. All right, so first we're going to create the expense for the fertilizer purchase. So we're going to click on the plus new button and then select expense. So the plus new button is on the top left corner of this screen. Click on that. Go ahead and then select under vendors, select expense. And once it comes up for us, we are going to fill it out. I'm going to close this AI tool there. AE is going to be Tanya's nursery, so go ahead and click into it. You can either scroll or you can start typing in her name. Once you find it, go ahead and click on it. Now, after selecting Tanya's name, the category will fill in as job expenses. We are going to leave this as is. We're also going to leave all of this information up here as is for the purpose of this exercise. We'll say that he paid out of the checking account and that the payment date is, which is just going to default to today. Of course, in a real life scenario, you want to make sure that this date is matching the date the actual expense took place. So let's continue filling this out. In the description field, we want to type fertilizer. So click into it and go ahead and type it. And then in the amount field, we want to type $100. Now, currently there is this amount that is showing up here. This is because it is pre-filling due to a setting that is already put or is currently turned on in the account and settings. So we can go ahead and override it, not a problem. Click into it, type 100, and you'll notice once you click out of it that it will update here. In the customer field, we want to select high school lot. So click into this and you can click the down arrow and scroll, or you can go ahead and type in the name. Once you find it, go ahead and click on it. Now note that we use the category details grid here because Craig does not track his purchases of fertilizer specifically. It's not in the products and services list. So you would use, if it was in the product service list, you would use this item details grid, which if I open it up, you can see it here. But since it is not an inventory item, it goes in the category details grid. Indicating fertilizer in the description here just provides more detail for a later time. So this expense has been recorded. All we need to do now is just click on the green Save and Close button. So go ahead and do that. And now that expense has been saved, let's move on to creating the invoice. So we are going to click on New Transaction and then select Invoice. So that's right here. You click on that and then click on Invoice. Alternatively, you can always click on this plus new button and select Invoice as well. Either way is perfectly fine. There are lots of ways to do the exact same thing, different pathways to get to different things here in QBO. So this is just one of them. To do it by doing it directly in the customer profile, it already pre-fills all of the information up here. So it may just save you a couple of extra seconds to do that. All right, so now we are going to complete the remainder of the invoice as it is described in the scenario. So this information we're going to leave as is. It's going to default to today. It's going to default to net 30. And then the information, just go ahead and leave all of that as is. We're going to fill out this bottom area. So in the product service field, let's go ahead and select installation. So click into it. You can either type or you can scroll down until you find it. Once you do, go ahead and click on it. And you'll see the description pre-fills. That's fine. We're going to leave it at one quantity and the rate needs to be changed to 350. So just go ahead and update that field. When you click out of it or hit the tab key, you can see that the invoice amount has been updated. And then we just need to click on Save and Close. So click on the down arrow here. And then we're going to click on Save and Close. Really quickly before I do that, if you clicked Save and Send in a real life scenario, the invoice would be sent directly to the customer. Now, we can't actually send invoices here in the sample company. So for that purpose, we're just going to go ahead and click on Save and Close. So go ahead and click on that. And that invoice has been saved. And that is part 1 and part 2 of setting up a sub-customer. Now, if you like this exercise and you would like to do more like it, or you would like more information about that Level 2 ProAdvisor certification course, be sure to click on the link in the description, and I will see you next time.